Guys, you may hear my daughter snoring in the background. And you're looking at my moo right now, but it is what it is. Because I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about, and I just want to share my personal little story. So I put a little message on my Instagram talking about your higher consciousness and what exactly is the highest consciousness and everything from the head all the way down to the organs to the bottom half, which is your lower frequency. So if you ever heard of people saying you're operating in your lower frequency, basically, you're not operating with your brain, you're not operating with your emotions, with your heart. You're operating in your gut and in your private area. And which means that you're eating a lot of things that are unhealthy and you're fornicating, you're having sex, you're not married, you're doing a lot of sexual things. You're putting a lot of things in your body that's toxic. You're eating 3 meals a day. You're eating a lot of meat. And I'm just being honest. And this is just me being completely honest. I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I don't want to ever, while I'm going through my own transition, I'm going through my own processing things and changing, and not really changing but growing, because I always knew these things for a long time. And I wasn't taught these things. I want to tell my testimony. I literally prayed for understanding. I was going through something a few years ago, and I kept on asking God, can you just tell me what to do, like what I need to do? And I literally had a dream, and it was really scary, and it just showed me what could possibly happen to me if I didn't change a few things. And those two things was that eating meat and fornication, having sex, and not being married. And it was in plain sight. God just showed me in plain sight. And I said, wow. And I had a revelation dream and a lot of other dreams. Most of the time, the Most High speaks to me in my dreams, which he does this with a lot of people. Well, this happens to a lot of people. They get a lot of messages in their dreams. And the reason why is because in your dream, you can reach a realm of the spiritual where your spirit, where God directly can speak to you and other entities as well. And I just want people to know that you have the complete power over your life, over your mind, over what you intake in your body. Everything that you do every day, you have the complete control over. And the power is completely in your brain. The way that you think, the way that your mind works, the way that you can tune out things that is happening around you. If you operate in your highest conscious, you begin to see things in a different way. You begin to see the truth about a lot of things. The only way that you can operate in this highest conscious is to acknowledge your emotions. And what I mean by acknowledging your emotions is a lot of people don't like to acknowledge how they feel. They don't like to acknowledge other people's feelings. And they like to just think about themselves, really. And the new age word for this is called a narcissist. And they have diagnosed people with all these things that you are. Basically, you just been operating in your lower self. And you've been operating in your lower self for a long time. And it is affecting the way that your brain is operating. Your brain is operating from the bottom to the top. It's operating as if your vagina or your penis, listen, I'm going to get to it. Your vagina, like I said, or your penis is your brain. And you're not even using your brain at all. You can't go backwards and you can't go down and go up, you know. I think it's time for people to just open up their eyes, open up their brains. Just I have always operated on my emotions. And I've operated in my lower self just like everybody else. But when you understand that, you know what, I'm going through this because of what I did, and you understand that, and you change and you try to change, it makes a big difference. I would love to see more people make a difference in this world by showing children, showing the youth, and everybody at this point that we are operating in our lower selves. And it is really corrupting the world. It is killing us. It is aging us. It will destroy this world. And sadly, you can't get everybody to understand. You can't get everybody to understand and get in line. But there's going to be some things that is going to happen to a lot of people, and a lot of people will understand exactly what I'm talking about. It really doesn't take much to understand why you may be going through some things that you're going through. You got to understand how you've been operating, how you've been going about things for many, many years was completely wrong. A lot of things that we were taught was complete lies. A lot of the ways that we were taught to live and do certain things were complete lies. And it was to keep us operating in our lower selves. It was to keep us from not knowing the truth. It was to keep us away from the Most High God. and to understand that He is within us and we were made in His image. So we have the power to cut off the lies. We have the power to say, I don't want to live my life in fornication no more. I don't want to keep on doing drugs. I don't want to keep on smoking. I don't want to keep on whatever it is, eating all types of unhealthy foods. You know, we have that power, and the power is in our minds. When you change your way of thinking and you change your habits, the first thing you do when you wake up till you go to bed, you change your mindset. You begin to operate in your highest conscience. And I feel like people forget about their heart. They forget about their emotions. A lot of people are closed off in their emotions. It's a blockage in their heart. A lot of people are not happy. The things that make them happy is actually from their lower self. And the things that make you happy should be the things that stimulate your mind and stimulate your heart, your emotions. When your emotions are stimulated, that's when the natural dopamine starts to work. That's when the natural chemical that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, starts to work. You can't naturally get that dopamine from I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but the first thing that came to mind was porn. You know, going through Instagram, scrolling, looking at half naked women, having unprotected premarital sex. This is a lot. This is deep. This is like, is this, you gotta really have an open ear to this. A lot of people don't want to hear this. Like, what is she talking about? I'm trying to tell you how to really be rich, really. I'm trying to tell you how to really use your mind to the highest potential. It always starts first with your mind. I'm going through a change. I'm changing everything. I've always wanted to do this. This is just who I am. I operated in my lower self, and that it wasn't me. It wasn't me being myself. It was me trying to fit in, thinking that, oh, everybody else is doing it, so why, can I get away with it? Which was very ignorant, because why would you want to? And I kept on asking myself, like, how some people wonder why they attract the people that they attract is because you're operating in your lower self. If you was operating in your highest self, you will never attract someone that will, disrespect you or hurt you or, you know, never want to marry you, whatever the case may be, whatever, leave you when you go through something rough. All of that is operating in your lower self. All of these people chasing whatever it is they may be chasing, they're operating in their lower self. And they may think that they're the cream of the crop. They may think that they're just everything in a bag of chips. But they're really just operating in their lower self. And they just haven't reached their point of break yet. They haven't reached their breaking point. And unfortunately, some people have to reach that point just to say, you know what, let me change my life. And some people never do. I'm going to keep this, I'm going to end this right here. My next video, I will be talking about one of the things that I'm doing in my journey of operating in my highest self is fasting and changing my eating habits. I stopped eating meat cold turkey last year, like the beginning of last year, kind of towards the summer. Not the beginning, really the summer, spring and summer of last year. I went 3 months of not eating meat, and I had a lot of experiences. My next video, I'm going to be talking about my experience of, I guess you can say, not eating meat. I'm not going to say vegan. I'm just going to say not eating meat. And this is known as the Daniel fast. I went on the roof fast 3 days, no food, no water, and then I went into the Daniel fast, which he fasts for 21 days. I kind of extended it longer than 21 days, and I feel like I've watched a lot of videos of people talking about what happened when they went vegan. And I'm not even going to say vegan. I'm going to just say what happened when I fast. And so many spiritual things happened. And my mind was so clear. And so many things happened.